let me talk a little bit now about the other energy shots that are out there, because I had my team go out and buy them all. And of course, I've interviewed a lot of people that have taken them. And so let's just talk about those for a minute so we can see what the difference is between the energy shots that are available out there, not just that they're all packed in plastic, and mine's in glass, but what's inside these things. Well, the first thing that you'll see on all of them, no matter what they say, is sugar. It could be called sugar, artificial sweeteners, maltose, dextrose, corn syrup, corn sweeteners, natural flavoring. After all, sugar is a natural flavoring. Trust me, they're filled with sugar. Even the ones that say no sugar on the label, well, you look at them and there are maybe artificial sweeteners, which are worse. Do you ever read the warning labels on artificial sweeteners? One of them is that you can have psychotic episodes. That's really sweet. Yeah, that's really nice. Woo! Have a little, I'm feeling good. What you want to do is have a lot of energy when you're having a psychotic episode. Okay, but you see that in a lot of them. Artificial colors. You see all the F, D, and C, red dyes and blue dyes, and all the colors that are mostly illegal throughout the world except in America. We know that red dye number 2 was carcinogenic. We know that some of them also cause psychotic episodes. You'll see the artificial flavors. You'll see the preservatives, lots and lots of chemicals. You'll see added caffeine. Okay, a lot of added caffeine. And caffeine is natural. It's an alkaloid. It's a plant alkaloid. But the caffeine that they add in these energy drinks isn't from the plants necessarily. One of the main ways to synthesize caffeine is, the medical raw materials called animal piss. Okay, and that was a joke. Everybody looked very serious, but that's what it is. It's called urea. It's animal urine. And I've talked about this for years. I talk about it a lot when I talk to ladies. In fact, this summer we're releasing the female shot. And I talk a lot about that because, you know, Premarin, which is one of the top drugs used by women, the name came from pregnant, mare, urine. Pregnant mare urine. And it seems as though urine, because it's loaded with nitrogen, you can make just about anything from it. And so that is a source of if you synthesize and make caffeine, you're going to make it from urine, animal urine. And farmers love it. I mean, imagine walking up to a farmer, hey, can I buy some of your animal urine? And they're like, sure, whatever price you want to give me. And so this is one of the problems. And if the caffeine is naturally made, it's extracted from plants, which all sounds good, except it's part of the decaffeination process. And we all know that the decaffeination process is a nightmare to pull the caffeine out of coffee or tea. And when they make caffeine, they use the worst beans that they couldn't sell, the crap, the garbage, the bad tea, the rotten tea, doesn't matter. And they mix it with a lot of chemicals. Methylene chloride is one of the main chemicals they use. It's highly toxic. It's even carcinogenic. And this is how they extract that caffeine. So even if the caffeine in the energy shot is all natural from coffee, it's been extracted with a chemical that's used in nail polish removers and paint strippers, is where you see a lot of those kind of chemicals. So not so good, and we all know the residues are in there. And if there are herbs on the label, they'll usually say with ginseng is a popular one. Well, you've all heard me say for years, and I've been sued from companies for saying this, that 90% or more of the ginseng on the market isn't even ginseng. It's just garbage. It's just wood pulp. It's the most adulterated herb in America. A company sued me for saying that. We researched it, and it's the most adulterated herb in America. The lawsuit had to be dropped. And it's just because anytime you get something that is making a lot of money, whether it's ginseng or cocaine, it's going to be cut. It's going to be watered down. It's going to be synthesized. Okay. And then finally, if there are some other herbs in it. They're in what the manufacturing community refers to as fairy dusting. And you can imagine what that means. It means that if I have a vat of herbs the size of this entire warehouse, but I put one pinch of echinacea or ginseng in this warehouse, I'm allowed to put that on the label. And it doesn't have to be in the order that it's put in on the front of the label. It can say with ginseng, with echinacea, with pure 24 karat gold, as long as there's a pinch of it in the formula. And this is rampant in the herbal market today. The herbal market is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and there are pinches or fairy dusting of these herbs. But when I actually dig in and look at the milligrams or micrograms, the amount is so insignificant, it wouldn't even work even if the quality was good of these herbs. So I just want you to know that this is rampant in the industry, and one of the differences I always say with me is my focus has always been and always will be you. Someone asked me what my mission statement was the other day. I said, it's you. I don't have to write one. My mission is you. I taught for 15 years at the university level students that had already graduated in herbal medicine and naturopathic medicine and natural healing, and I reminded them every freaking day, what are we doing here? Because they were lost in macrophages, T cells, B cells, immunoglobulin. They were lost. And I had to remind them every day, the whole reason we're in this room, docs, is because of people. People were helping get well. And that's one of the big differences with Dr. Schultz, is I'm not just a manufacturing company. My focus when I make something is to make it the best for me. Because I am selfish, self-centered, self-involved, and every other self-word. I make it for me. I want it to be the best. Once I stop thinking about myself, I start thinking about my son and my family and Anisha and the people that work here and Greg and Adam and my brother Larry. And finally I get around to you guys. But this is really what I'm doing. Sometimes I like to talk about that. Okay, so when you get done with all the sugar and all the artificial sweeteners and the psychotic episode drugs and the chemicals and the extracting and the methylene chloride and the nightmare that's out there and the preservatives. This is why I call it, a bottled body slam or a train wreck in a can or these other names that I refer to with energy shots, because you feel like someone hit you in the head with a 2x4. Yeah, you're jazzed for a little bit, the roller coaster's going up, and then now you're going down. And you're going to feel like someone shot a hole in you. You're going to feel empty. Your nerves are jagged. You can't sleep. You want to cry. There's your $4.95 energy shot that you picked up at the gas station.